Hello everyone, welcome back to Priest Lake. I am Mr. Narostone. Son, I love you. Uh, I have actually been doing a bunch of testing over the last few hours, and that was my best intro, I think. But anyway, this is just a checkup video. Yeah, this is a checkup. Make sure everything's working right. Hear me? Okay. I don't have any music or anything going, so how y'all doing? So I have a few things I'm gonna go over, and it's just like a progress video, I guess. Um, First, we're hitting up my progress on St. Jude's challenge. There's the fundraiser for the Children's Research Hospital. Over the last few days, and I will get into why in a minute, but I have put about 12 hours on there on the challenge. I have had many opportunities as of late to game, so I have made much progress there. Woohoo! But I also have failed too. Saturday, the day before. Okay, so I'm an insomniac. I stay up really late, and it was about 3:30 in the morning when I actually recorded. So it was on Father's Day, but very early in it. I hadn't gone to sleep yet. I normally wake up around 1 in the afternoon. I work at 4, so this is not a problem. But I just concentrate. I'm distracted again. Anyway, I was recording right before bed, which I need to get out of the habit of doing that. But I was recording and I forgot to let the game sound record. Like, I had it muted so I could talk for the intro, and then I was going to unmute it, but I have a focus problem and I forgot. By the time the intro was done, I forgot that I had muted the whole game. So I played for an hour and a half without any game sound, or really any input from that. It wasn't me. And I mean, while I understand that not everyone is keen on, watching me play a game, I do believe that the sound is a key part of the experience. So not having any of that sound, which I didn't find out until after Father's Day, and I'll get into that a little bit too, but or a little later also. But I failed, so I went back, started the game over, went to where I had recorded last, and will be picking it up from there. And once I get to where my game save is, I will go back to my original game. But I was dumb and I didn't have a backup like I should. So I will be doing that also. But with that, the failure in mind, that segues me, or whatever you want to put in there, whatever word works for you. I want to go into a little of the observations I've had while editing, because I mean, it's really hard to observe yourself in nature. Like, as much as you are your eyes and you are being observant, you have ears and it'll keys you into the world around you, you aren't ever able to watch yourself. Well, at least until I recorded myself, I was in that position. Now, every video I do, I am just slapped with all the different things that I do. And I didn't realize I was doing them, and I still am doing them. And I don't really mean to, it's just how I am. But I want to go into a few of them. So, first, there's this thing going around, I don't know, it's a word, and words, I don't really like words, but masking, putting on a facade. And I was strictly under in the court that I don't mask. But after watching myself on this, I do. I still do right now. Like, even right now, I am masking part of myself. I have always been too much for a lot of people. Most of the people in my life. Either I'm too dramatic, or I'm not dramatic enough, or I'm this big pendulum, evidently, that swings from one extreme to the other. And I either don't feel anything, or I'm super inundated with emotion so much that I can't control it. And I don't know why. I mean, really. I mean, there's lots of theories out there on why these things happen, but I have learned over my life to hide. And I busted out of my shell a little bit after high school when I moved in with all my friends, and we all lived together for many years. And they helped me a lot break out of my shell and become a more rounded person. But with all that being said, I am still masking. I learned to mask for my friends because there were things about myself that I was ashamed of. I have a tendency to talk a lot. And it's not like it's rambling. And I'm not going to do that in this video. I made myself a little sheet to keep me on track. But there are things that I've done personally that I do that other people don't like. And I've learned to keep that hidden. And I get loud. I'm very loud. Like, anyone that knows me in person knows I'm very loud. They know that I'm very loud. And while my biggest thing that I want out of my channel is honesty, because I don't want to lie. Like, I spent the last 15 years reteaching myself to be an honest person. And the one thing I've learned in that is people don't like honesty either, but I'm tired of hiding. Like, and if the only way, this was my thought process, if the only way I was an honest person was being honest, like if that was how I was going to recuperate from all the years of crap that I had done and lying and I mean, to my family, to people that I said were my friends before my current friends, the people that were in my life, I had no problem lying to. And I don't know if it's because of the whole, like, kids are sociopaths or whatever, but, like, lying came way too easily to me. I don't like it. There's a problem with lying, in that you have to keep it up. You gotta keep the lie going. Even years later, the one lie I told to my mom, I had to keep that lie going, and I had to keep it in my head all the time, because if she ever caught me, I was going to get in trouble. Now, that did not become the case, because I eventually have a very healthy relationship with my mother, and I tell her a lot, almost everything. And she was the first person that I truly attempted to be honest with. And while she is receptive, she doesn't like my choices and the things I do in my life. And that's a good parent, kinda, because I have not always been the most upright citizen. Not that she knew that, but not that she knew that consciously, but I feel that my parents knew I was a bad egg as a kid. Like, I mean, that might not be true, but I was really good at hiding. I was really good at making people like me. And that's easy when you're lying. You can lie and tell people anything, and if it's catered to the person, they just take it. And while that was a tool for surviving my life, I don't want that tool. I don't like it. So, yeah, I mask a lot. If you ever see me, try and call me out. I'll tell you. I am a mostly open book, but there are parts of my life that have been blacked out or redacted. I cannot talk about them in this platform. I cannot talk about them probably ever with mostly anybody. And while that has a feeling that comes along with it, it's something that I have to bear because I did it, and they're my choices in life. But besides that, let's try to move on to a slightly funner note. Put the mask back up. So I have noticed that when I try to enunciate, I sound like I have held my breath for the last 20 years. In some of my videos, I talk very fast and very rapidly, and it's very hard to edit. To try and cut at one half of a sentence so that it makes sense, because of whatever happened, I lost my train of thought, and then it comes back later. Like, to make those ideas come together is very hard, so I've been trying to enunciate more, which leaves a pause basically between each word, so that I can, through my editing, cut those parts out wherever I need to, without having too much difficulty in having a difference in tone or cadence or whatever. I'm not good at editing, by the way. That's the next point I'll come across, but as it stands, I'm just gonna talk. And if I sound slow, I sound slow. And if I sound like I'm going off the walls with energy, it's probably because I am. Like, I am very... I don't even know if that's gonna come out, but... yeah. On that note, I don't know how to do this. I really don't. Like, I am not even semester 1 halfway through DaVinci Resolve 101, let alone OBS Studios. Like, those two programs have so much you can do, and I don't know. Like, I literally have to Google every term. Like, I don't have a manual. I have no teachers. It's all me, man. Like, I record, I edit, and I send it out. I do all my own promotions. It is me. I have no help. That's why I ask for the subscriptions, the likes. Like, that's how I can get you guys to help. But, I mean, once again, I'm not an influencer. I don't influence people to do things. I mean, I'd like people to help me, but that doesn't mean they should. If you don't believe in what I'm doing, don't help me. If you don't believe in what I am and what I do, that's cool. I ain't forcing you. You can go. That's that easy. And that's the best part about being honest. This is me, baby. Take it or leave it. Like, that's all I got. Dang it, I gotta stop doing that. I've been called, even though I'm not, and I understand this, that's probably not PC or whatever anymore, but I talk with my hands. So I've always, since a child, I've been not teased, but it's been brought up. Like, I have injured people in my life by waving my arms. I smacked some lady in the face once when I think I was 17, and I felt terrible. Didn't stop me though. I still do it all the time. Like, I will gesture, not thinking someone's behind me, and just smack them. Like, I don't mean to. It's just how I talk. And I mean, I try to keep it down, but I have so many things that I am masking that sometimes little ones get away. You know? Like, sometimes you just can't help certain things. It's just how it is. Like, those are our coping mechanisms. And if you can't cope the way you know how, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, which I get that I just said that I smacked somebody, but that's temporary. I've never permanently injured anyone. With my gestures, I have never done anything with my gestures that have caused harm more than just an impact, not even a red cheek usually, but it's mostly social embarrassment that happens out of it. And that's on me. Like, that's not them that gets upset. Like, they're not the one that's embarrassed. That's me that gets embarrassed. And I mean, if they do, that's not my problem. I don't know why they're getting embarrassed for me hitting them while I was oblivious. But anyway, I'm off topic again. I am new to editing. That is the key there. And I am new to this whole experience. So any pointers, any suggestions, anything. I try to share all of the little pieces that I have found out to all of the other people that are small like me, or even bigger than me, that somehow I have figured out a trick that they haven't or whatever. Like, I try to help. And that is my secondary goal with this channel, is to be honest and help. Honesty is for my son and my family and my friends. Like, and anyone that's here, you're my friends. If you took the time to come and see these videos, you're not an average person. Like, not in my eyes. You're awesome, and you're amazing. I don't know how I got 79 followers, besides the fact that I just talk all the time. And every once in a while I land a subscription from somebody. But there have been points in my doing this that I got subscribers without doing anything. I don't know what happened. I'm not smart enough to understand the correlations between the videos I'm putting out or how I'm talking and how that affects my video. Like, I don't know. So much I don't know. Sorry, I am a little emotional. We'll move on to the next topic on why that is. So when I get sick, I have a really hard time, just masking in general. It's one of the reasons that when I'm sick, I seclude myself so nobody can see me, is because I can't control myself as well. Father's Day, I started showing symptoms of sickness. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not dying or anything, but I got COVID. On Father's Day, I got sick. My skin, the hair attached to my skin, my muscles, my bones, all of my bones, like down to the marrow, I hurt so bad. And that was just Father's Day. I eventually went to sleep. Well, not eventually. Throughout Father's Day, I slept 3 times for 6 hours. Like, that's all my body seems to be able to sleep is 6 hours, because I'd get up and I'd be up for a half hour or so, but I'd be so drained I'd just lay back down on my chair and pass out. So I didn't do a lot. I was supposed to edit the video I had made night before because I'm not doing very little editing on these videos, so they're coming out quicker. But I was supposed to do that. No, I slept for something like 18 hours. And when I did get up, it was about 11 o'clock like on Monday, not Father's Day anymore. And I was informed that 3 of my coworkers also had COVID. So we all got tested. They were all sick. We all got tested. That like the owner showed up with tests, and we all got tested individually, apart from each other. The person that tested me was very sanitary. They stayed way away from me. They just kind of like with a tool gave me my stuff. But yeah, it came out real strong. I have it right here. Oh, I probably should block that. I don't know. It doesn't. Like, this is legit. I have COVID. Oh, I am in quarantine. Now, besides the pain, see, that's just flu for me. Like, this is mostly like being sick with like 5 different sicknesses that I've had in my life all at once. So, I mean, I understand while people were worried about it. Like, I understand. I always really have. But the key with sickness is you're going to get sick. Even me. It has been nearly, I got sick this winter. But before that, it's been nearly 10 years since I had gotten sick. And while that was awesome and everything, you're gonna get sick. That's what life does. There are more bacteria, more illnesses, more diseases, everything out there, and you're not gonna, like, you wash your hands, sanitize everything, be a germ freak and never touch anyone with your bare hands, you'll still get sick. Like, you wear a mask, cover your eyes, whatever, become the 3 monkeys. It's not going to stop you from getting sick if you're going to get sick. It has to do with your body's immune system and how well it can fight off infection. And, well, I happen to have a pretty good immune system. I mean, I have a slight superpower or superfood. I eat lots of salsa. And that is what I believe that has kept me so healthy for so long. Gnats. Out of here. So yeah, I have COVID. I'm actually surprised I didn't cough like a heck of a ton, because I've been doing that for the last day. Monday, after all that sleep, I didn't sleep for 28 hours. I didn't go to bed until today at 11:30, and I woke up at 5. Don't know why. I wish, like, I have shut all my alarms off. I have COVID. I'm not going to work. I'm staying in my room for the rest of this time period. And so like, I was like, oh, well, I don't need to set an alarm schedule. Like, I'll just let my natural circadian rhythm go. But my body doesn't do more than 5.5 hours or 6 hours of sleep, or less than 4. Between 4 and 6. Like, if I take a nap, it's 4 hours. So I don't take naps. That's sleeping. And the real reason this is so bumming and for my emotional nature that has peeked through a little bit, I miss my son. For some reason, my life has kept me from him. It has nothing to do with his mother or any of that. Solely my life. Every time I'm gonna go get him, some stupid thing happens and I can't see him. And he helps me, he rejuvenates my soul with his smile. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen him in person. And I just miss him a lot. Wish I was a better dad. I mean, I have people in my life that encourage me. It still doesn't stop the thoughts and feelings. Because like I said, when I feel things, I feel them hard. And I miss you, son. I love you so much. I will see you soon. As soon as I'm better. I don't care what it is. I'm coming to get you. And yes, his mother's okay with that. He has the best mom. And our relationship is like the best that I've ever seen with this type of scenario. And I don't know if that's because me and her are both such adults, or that we've just moved past crap, because both of us have just had, I mean, her life was bad in many ways that I won't go into at all. That is not my place. But we have very common ground in our life, and she is a very strong, tough woman, and she's good to me, even though we're not together or anything. She is very encouraging, and I really can't say enough for her. She's an awesome person. It's awesome that she's my son's mother. Anyway, before I get too emotional, everybody, have a good day. Have a good night. Son, I love you. Everybody, good gaming to you. I'll see you again. Theoretically, I'll be able to record soon. This went really well. So, good night, everybody.